There we go. Hey, Dave. We made it. We're going to do our very, very, very first edition of Monday Night Football halftime. So, of course, you go ahead and do the bet the number theory. Tell us a
Well,
little bit about that, and then we'll get
yeah.
going.
We got it going last year, as you saw. Actually, we got bet the number going a couple years ago. And I'll give everybody a quick overview on this because right now we are working on waiting for the second half.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, folks, is we are trying to apply the bet the number system to second half totals and sides. Now,
Right.
with the thing that's different about the second half is we're going to get an opening number, right? We're going to the first half's going to end, and we're going to have a real open number at halftime, and that's what we're going to go off of. Bet the number normally goes off of a line movement, the
Right.
actual open, and then a move towards the close. Now, over the weekend, bet the number in college football went 10 and
Stellar.
6.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn solid. But then yesterday, it turned around in the NFL and went 9-3 or 6-3.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
know something.
Had a
I
good
mean,
weekend.
there ain't nobody out there that is going to complain about 16-9 on a football for the weekend. So what we're doing here is we're going to try to. Now we may not bet at all, folks. That's the thing with the BTN system is just because it says don't bet the under, that doesn't mean you bet the over,
Right.
right? I mean, we basically have three layers of bets. We have heavy leans, which is above a 65% winning trend over the last 12 years. So what I'm looking at is 12 years of second half scoring trends and opening lines. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. So we may have a heavy lean, which is above 65%, a strong lean, which also went 3-2 on its own this weekend in the
Right.
NFL. And then we have a don't bet, right?
Control yourself, Mindy.
Right,
Control yourself.
so what we do at EPA Sports is it's data. It's we're not selling picks. It is we're giving you what the data
All the
says
info. Right.
on all of them, right? And I'm of the opinion that when a pick is out there, getting off of a losing pick is pretty valuable too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how many of us have all been there and looked at our card and went, oh, I went 10-8 and two more wins either way, and all of a sudden you're 12-6. I mean, it
Right.
just doesn't take that much to take a really good football weekend into a great one. So right now what we're doing, I have my spreadsheet up in front of me. I have my NFL live betting second half matrix. Really, I got everything right in front of me.
Right.
Now right now,
You gave me a sneak peek. It was pretty cool, I must say.
yeah, so right now, now I'm looking. There's a bunch of different sources. Everybody probably has an app out there that they're looking at. I'm looking at 20.5 on Draft Queens right now.
It just went down to 19.5 currently.
Oh, okay. That's a big number. We'll see if it's there at the end of the half. Okay, 19.5. I like 19.5. All right. It was at 21.5 forever.
Yeah.
And I was hoping it would open the live betting at halftime at 21.5 because that 21.5 is a 64.9% under over the last decade, given this game scenario. Okay. At 20.5, we got no bet. It's 53.6% over, 46.1% under. So we got no bet on the total. But at 19.5, now it's a small sample size, but still 2 out of every 3 times we have had 19.5 on the board at this time of the year. 2 out of 3 times it goes under in the second half. So right now, folks, I am leaning under to bet 19.5 under in the second half. The spread, are you looking at 3.5 right now, Mindy?
You're sitting at 3.5, yes.
Okay. Hang on. Let me switch over. Okay, 3.5, and that's Bills minus 3.5. And let's see where we're at. We're all leaning. It's a lean. It's not a strong lean. Okay, folks. So right now, a minus 3.5 to kick off live betting at halftime historically last 12 years. And I usually move in 10 to 12 year segments because football changes, right? It's not linear. Offenses go up and down, defenses go up and down. So, over the last 30 years, Jesus Christ, you could hit the freaking quarterback as hard as you goddamn wanted to and hold the wide receivers 30 years ago. So I'm looking at the last 12 years. So we got a really good lean towards Buffalo in the second half at -3.5. 57, I'll just round the number up, 58% of the time, road team covers. At -4, 55% of the time, the road team covers. The number we want right now, actually the number I wanted, was Bills -2. That's an 81% cover. So what I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for Bills -3. That is a 71% road cover over the last, where's that number at? We're at 3. No. That's the wrong one. Three is at 55%. So right now at 3.5, the lean. Right now the lean at 3.5 is the Bills at 3.5. 63% cover rate. And then at 3, it goes 50-50. It's about 55%, 45%. 2.5. If it hits 2.5 here, and how much time we got left in the second? Minute and a half?
Right now on FanDuel. I'll update DraftKings. That's still sitting at 3.5. So FanDuel you can get at -2.5 right now, but 3.5.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see if it hits 2.5. That's the tough thing, folks, with these second halves. It is bam bam. It is super bam bam, and we have so many different books with so many different lines. Personally, I use everything that comes off of Circa, MGM. I don't use open and closing lines like on FanDuel and DraftKings. They copy everybody else, in my opinion. They're not really line makers, and that's cool. That's cool. But I just, from a disclosure standpoint, anybody who's watching, most of my work is based off of using Circa numbers, South Point, MGM. You can find all of that stuff, the open, the closes, the line move it on VSIN. Pretty easy.
It looks like we might get it to change here a little bit because we have the.
Okay, okay, folks, right here at the start of the half, I am taking Bills +2.5. That is 81% road team has covered this particular scenario. Now, it's a small sample size. It's only happened 13 times, 11 times. It's only happened 11 times in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season in September. In the first 5 weeks, it's happened 31 times. And in the first 5 weeks, it's 61%. So let's be patient here and let's see if we get to 2.5
seconds. 2nd and 13, Jets 23. So again, they're looking like they could still line up here. Oh, I guess it's the Bills have the ball. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
So a lot can change.
Okay. So right now at 20.5, we don't have a bet, folks. I am really disappointed because for our first little live show, I really want, we're at 54% over at 20.5. So really not much there at all. At 20, it's 59% over. And I know this sounds crazy, folks, okay? Because you would think, 20 is at 20.5 is at 54%, 20 is at 59%, 19.5's got to be better. Wrong. It's under. It's 67% hit the under at 19.5. This is why it's not a trend in the line. You can't just chase lines as they're going. You got to know what each number is, because in the NFL, numbers are freaking tight and they mean a lot. And when you can only score 1, 2, 3, and 6 points, there's holes. There's no 4 and 5. It's not like the NBA where there's 1, 2, and 3. So there's holes in football in numbers as well. So don't just assume that as a number gets smaller, your odds get better, because that is not even close to right. It isn't. Don't kid yourself that, and then once you hit 19, 18.5, 18, now we're into stratospheric over. We're talking 83, 79, 100% once we get way down there. So we'll just be patient and see where we're at.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
Mindy,
gonna be
you were telling me as we were coming on, I wasn't watching the game. I've been busy with some other stuff today. Aaron Rodgers busted himself up and he's out.
yeah, totally out. So you got Zach Wilson's been in there since like play number 6.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. This is another thing. This is another little nugget for y'all listening. All right. I've done a ton of research on the whole backup quarterback thing, and you'd think, oh, you should cover the spread more, it should hit more unders. Nothing. Having the backup in there against future lines, sides, and totals, there's no correlation to you trying to win betting for or against a backup. It's almost a coin flip. So the idea of, oh, the backup's in there, they're going to be worse. Guess what? Them Vegas people are damn smart. They already adjusted those lines for that backup guy. Don't chase backup quarterbacks, tail or fade. It'll get you every time. So don't do that. We're at 19.5 and minus 3.5 for Buffalo.
17 seconds left.
All right.
And that's the thing. I'm not quite sure what happened because I'm not really watching, but it looks like Jets have the ball back.
So we're sitting at 54.
You can't tell what's going on.
We're sitting at the 54% on the over. So anybody likes the over in the second half, it does lean that direction. Not something I'd recommend. It's not even a strong lean, but it's there. And then at 3.5, we're at 63% road team. I'm betting it. I know it's not a heavy lean, but damn it, I want some action.
It's gonna change.
Oh, dude, I want some action. I'm not going to bet anything humongous on it.
You're not going to wait till the halftime? You're already putting it in?
No, I'm getting ready. I'm stoked. I mean, it's kind of fun to explore a new idea. And remember, folks, if you're jumping in the bet the number this second half total live betting, this is a beta. Okay, so what I would say is don't get caught up and just bet it just because I made the model. I have some faith in it, probably too much at times. But I like to enjoy betting too. I'm a big volume bettor. I love, college football, I had 16 bets out. NFL, I had 9. I know that's not huge amount of bets, but 20, 25 in a weekend is probably more than average. It makes for a really freaking fun day, I can tell you that.
That's for sure. All right. So we got
we just had the minus 3.5, just at least on my screen, drop from minus the VIG drop from 120 to 115.
Right.
Whatever. Oh, that's another thing. Folks, if you subscribe to EPN Sports and get the BTN and all the EPA reports, you will also get access to the VIG calculator. And if you don't realize it, when you use that calculator and you start understanding the difference between 112, 115, 120, 121, 133, as it goes up, it is huge against you in terms of what winning percentage you need to break even. So you really need to understand that big. And if anybody's selling you picks, you should ask what their average juice is. If they don't know that, then they're not keeping track of jack shit. Okay, in the WNBA, our average was 113.7. So we had to have a little bit better than 53.8 to even break even. So you got to understand those numbers and keep track of more than your winning percentage. Keep track of everything you thought about betting. It will make you better. Are we getting there? Oh, we're at halftime.
We're at halftime, so now you can.
We're at halftime.
So,
Dude, you didn't wave the flag. You got to be like, Dave, shut up.
No, I'm just saying.
We
got 3.5 on.
Okay, we're
on both FanDuel and DraftKings.
Yeah.
So that one there, you said it's a 58%.
I'm taking it 63. I'm taking the 63% right now. I got Buffalo minus 3.5, minus 110. Just hit it.
All right.
Just hit it. Okay, we're at 19.5. So let's swing back over to the total. We're at 19.5. Under is 67%. God damn it. 19.5. God damn it. Okay. Oh, it's closed. You hookers. It's closed right now.
Yeah, so it looks like it was at 20.5 on DraftKings. You could still get it 19.5 on.
Well, no, what did it open at? What was it at? Was it at 20.5?
It was at 19.5.
That's what it opened right at the end of the first half?
Right.
Okay. Anybody comment on what they saw out there right at the end of the first half, just to make sure we're on the same page? Go ahead and type. I
Yeah,
mean, Mindy, you can see the comments, can't you?
I can.
Okay.
So it looks like it was 19.5 on PointsBet. It was 19.5 on FanDuel, 19.5 on DraftKings.
Okay.
And now they said it was at 20.5 on DraftKings.
Ah. I don't want. I want the 19.5. You fuckers.
I want
How about
19.5.
give me an alternate total?
Yeah, I wonder, can we do? Oh yeah, you can do alternate spreads down there on the bottom.
Yeah, but they suck ass.
Well, you
I
got
just want my 19.5. And I know, folks, that sounds weird, right? But I'm looking at these numbers here, and a 20.5 open for live betting at halftime. The over covers 53.85%. 19.5, the under covers exactly 2 out of 3. And I know that sounds strange, right? But every modeling is different for these teams in terms of the power rankings and how they're modeling these halves. And I mean, I was watching the live number all through most of the first and second quarter. It was sitting at 21.5 the whole time. You know, field goal 21.5, another field goal 21.5. You know, touchdown 21.5. You know, field goal, and finally it dipped down to 19.5. And that's something too that we should probably make note of, Mindy, is when we're triangulating where this is at, if we can anticipate where it's going to be on the number. I wouldn't have anticipated 19.5. But the one thing I noticed is in the half times, they are dropping full points. There's no round numbers. There's no 21. There's no 20, at least on the app that I'm looking at right now. Just 19.5. So, yep, it's still closed. Bastards. Okay. Well, that's where we're at. I'm in Buffalo minus 3.5. I think I have a 63% odds on that based on the last 12 years. I'm trying to get in on under 19.5, and I'm going to keep trying to hit it. And if I get in, great. If I don't, I don't. Anyways, if you like this methodology and you want to learn more about it, you can DM us on our Twitter account. You can see what we're about, patreon.com/EPA Sports. Both Mindy and I are data consultants there. And so the whole bet the number philosophy, I'm very familiar with it because I created it 2 years ago. And well, Mindy, you remember 2 years ago, it was one of the most, that September and November was one of the most wicked runs I have ever had in football. October was dead flat. It was break even. Okay. And then last year, September was a stinker, and I was looking at the wrong data, switched my data back to Circa, and then we got good again in October and November. So over the last 2 years, it's been up really good money. The first year it was incredible. And obviously this week we're off to a good start. We're 6-3. Right. And then we have this beta. So we're going to try to do this we might do it next Sunday as well. So be sure to follow this YouTube channel and be sure to tune in. We'll let you know when one or both of us is going to do this show live. And we'll try to do this second half bet the number breakdown again in the NFL next week. Maybe Sunday, for sure on Monday night. I hope you guys really enjoyed.
We can hit it on Thursday, Dave. We can hit it on Thursday. That comes first.
If I'm here, man, I might be chasing elk. I might be chasing elk with my bow. I may not be around. It might be Han Solo.
There you
Mindy
go.
Han Solo flying.
That's right. I can do it.
Yes, you can. You have the power.
Awesome. So we'll repeat it one more time right now. Minus 3.5 on the Bills is our halftime bet. You said that one's at about what,
63%. We're going 63% on that.
And then we're under 19.5 right now. That one hits at about 68%. So we're ready to go. And
if it lets me bet 20.5, I'll take that because the halftime open was at 19.5. That's the number I'm looking at. So if I get 20, 20.5, 21, I don't care. I'm trying to get under 19.5 or more right now.
Right. Cool. Well,
Thank you for joining us, everybody.
Second half.
Appreciate it.
All right. Take care, guys. See you later.